Hi everyone, it's me, Tanwat Rinanon. Today I come here just want to talk to you about the mindfulness in this class, Introduction to Mindfulness. Mindfulness is very important to our own life in this world, especially in the era of rush. Anyone just can stay to each other in the rush life. You just want to go there. You want just to do this, do that, go there, or anything else. And your mind could be such a fool. You look at this picture, you can see this, my fool or my fool. It's such a word that might similar to each other, but by the way, it's not the same. When you think about mindful, you have anything in your own head, and you have to think all the time without any clear situation or any clear way to think of them. So that's why many things in your head cannot be managed or cannot be arranged. You can handle with that. And then if you can't handle anything in your head, it could affect to your own life, affect to your own decisions, and affect to your own stress. And then you can't do anything in such a good way and in such a good peace of your mind. So that's why here we just talk about the mindful. Mindful could make you be relaxed, could make you be better in terms of decision, in terms of any aspects that we may could talk to each other once again after this. And actually, at the first stage on this class, I just want to let you discuss on this question about what do you think of when you hear the term mindfulness? Actually, I just started at the simple thing before about the mindfulness and mindful. So anyone here have ever listened this word before or have ever meet this experience before? So I just want you to make a discussion to each other, or you can just make a group of three or four, or just a pair of friends here. I know that this could be the first day, so that's why you can just find your way that's very comfortable for you and others that just okay nice or just want to say to each other on something. So please do this in just about 20 minutes, and then we just go back to make a discussion in the main room, or we just take some more feedback to each other and we just talk about it further. Okay, yes, let's come back. Actually, this discussion is very important to our class. It's important. It's not on our own class. It's about the further life. It's about the how can we share idea? How can we just adopt this idea into our real life? It's very important in terms of mindful or in terms of the thought management. It's very important then that I know that many people or anyone here just want to just share their own mind without any words or any kinds that want to destroy other or harm others. So here I could see some situation or a phenomena that anyone just talk to each other peacefully and happily. So this could be such a good thing because okay, you might meet each other at the first day, but for long term, when people just so close to each other, they might show something that don't save any emotion or don't spare any other feelings. So that's why when people who are who are together for such a long terms, the problems might be more maybe more happened comparing to just first meet or just starting the relationship. Here as well, it's just such a good thing that we have to manage, have to think of, and we have to stay in the present in this day and not think to the previous day and not think to the future day, just today and just try to think our own self and just try to think that, okay, what would you do? Or right now, what are you doing? It's very important if that is very important question to ask yourself to be stay in the current. You understand that? Okay. For look at mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Once again, you can see this with the definition. You can know that mindfulness is paying attention on purpose and the present and non-judgmentally to the unfolding of experience moment by moment. As I have said before, it's very important that you have to understand what are you doing right now. You just stay in this present. You don't think to anything in the past. You just don't think anything in the future right now. You just think and you just reorganize yourself what you have to do in this time, in this moment. That means you have the consciousness all the time, whatever you do. This is very important because sometimes people don't have any consciousness when they do anything, so they can make a wrong decision. Such as when you are in rush, when you are so late, when you come to work, you just okay stay in the workplace or in the school with the anxious, with the nervous, or with the emotion that you just come here late, and then when you just need to make a decision at that time, you might make a wrong decision. Imagine that if you be a doctor, if you be dentist or anything else, and then you just go to work late. So that's why you have to be in rush in your mind and in your head and your thought. And then when you just arrive at workplace, and then you just have to make a treatment to your own patients. So with the complex mindful, with the hard to think, with the hard to manage your own emotion, this could affect to your own patent or to your own work unavoidably. It's very important. That's why we have to try to understand yourself at that moment. This could be such a main thing of mindfulness. You have to just think. You have to just understand yourself in any time. So that's why here it's not similar to some thought from the Buddhist or from the other traditional. Why? Because we just don't want to we just don't want to try to take anything out of my own head. When you just make a medication, okay, you might have heard that when you just make a yoga or make medication, you have to stay alone without any thought, just let your own self blank. But by the way, in this mindfulness, it's not that sense because we just want you stay with the moment and just think, what are you doing? What thing that you think you might not good at it. You might not good at it, you might not bad at it, and you just think how could you improve yourself, how could you do when you face this situation, why do you make this decision on that situation. This is very important. You have to understand yourself. Why do you that, why do you this mindfulness can tell you, because you can just realize who you are and realize the thought that you have thought, right? It's very important. So here, mindfulness attitudes, just patience, relax, calm down, patience, nurturing thoughts, believe in the nature, believe in anything that happened. You can't change anything, something that it's uncontrolled. You don't want to think about something that you can't control that, because this could make your thought or your emotion into again say it's about annoying or upset about some situation that you can't control. So it's very easy if you just accept it, accept what you don't want to be happened, because it happens already. Then, if some situation that you cannot control and you have to accept, you just let your mind and let your soul free. Here, letting out, letting go. Let anything go. Just move on. You can't do anything. You just think for the soon future. If you just realize that what's wrong that happened to you, and how could you improve that fault? How could you improve your life? But by the way, in that part, it's just the lesson. It's not the painful that you have to think of them all the times. It's not that sense. So that's why mindfulness just focus on the present, on the factual, that you just stay in your own society or your own life and not striving as well. You might don't want to be stressful. So you just don't striving yourself. You just be in the present all the time that I have talked or just have said about mindfulness. It's about staying in the present. Just think what are you doing? Such as when you are driving, you just concentrate on your drive. It's just not just driving and think for all the situation or all the work or all the tasks. So if you just think for all the tasks while you are driving, so you don't concentrate on that. So the accident could come up to you easier. It's that sense. It's not that something very difficult for you, and you just want to thought about that. You thought about what you are doing at that moment. And here again, acceptance, as I've talked before, accept what happened, and you just try to adapt that to yourself. Anything happens, anything good, you know, you just try to adapt that. You just try to accept it, no matter you want it or not. This is a truth of life. If you can't accept it, if you don't understand it, it's very difficult to you to stay further without stress. And stress can harm you and in any aspect or in any ways. So the good thing or the good way to be peaceful in this world or in this life is just accept it. Very, very important. So we have to make a discussion or we have to make a sharing on this situation that you might face before. And we have to just clarify, we have to just make it clear to your own self and to our groups or our class here. Okay. So what occupies your attention here, the present moment, zoning out, distractions, and multitasking, thinking about the future, thinking about the past, all kinds of this, just occupied your attention. So once again, consciousness at that moment is very important thing. If you just drive, just think of driving. If you just write, you just think of writing. If you just eat, you just thinking about eating. So if you think or concentrate the moment you're just doing, your own life could be such a good way, such a better way. And yes, if you just want to think about your own future, or you just think about the past situation that you have to learn from, how could you do? You have to take your time for just 30 minutes or just 1 hour to stay with yourself and just think, only think, what are you doing? What have you done before? What will you do for the future? And then you just analyze it. You just clarify yourself and you just pave your own way. What will you do in the soon future? What will you do for the next steps of your life? This could be a thing that you have to understand and you have to think. And you know, when you just think about this, your competency might be much better than before ever. So this kind of activities, this kind of thoughts from the mindfulness, just be effective and uh, just be made to a research for its effectiveness. And this could be such effective to many employees in many massive companies across the world, such as Google. Google company just let its own employees to make a mindfulness activities. So this could let the employees think about themselves, and they can analyze and they can manage what they have thought, what they want to do, what they have done before, what fault they might did, or what success they might did to pave their own way to the good future. So that's why the productivity and the effectiveness come from this activity, from the mindset, or from the good mindset, or just a clear mindset from the employee. And then when they just have the creative way to think, or just clear way to think, so the company or any organization or any situation might just go further. This is that sense. So you have to just manage your own sense. You have to manage your own emotion. Have you manage your own thought? It's very important. So here today it's just the introduction. So later on we have many activities to just think of yourself, and then we just criticize. What do you want to do? What do you think? Or what kind of thing that you might have done before? And about your own lifestyle as well. So how could we change, or how could we put this activity into your own life, and how to practice in such a good way to be more effective or productive in your life and in your work or in your school. That's very important.